The training at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration has been aligned with the principles of Mission Karmi Yogi Yojana under its 6 pillars. Among these, continuous graded learning and knowledge as a continuum are being provided to the trainees, where knowledge and pedagogy appropriate for each level of cohort is customized and delivered by institutions of repute, both national and international organizations. For the discipline of economics, the Academy collaborated with Department of Economic Affairs sponsored South Asia Regional Training and Technical Assistance Center, SARTTAC IMF, for a certified, graded modular delivery of macroeconomic module to the trainees. SARTTAC, officially inaugurated by Sri Shaktikant Das in New Delhi on February 13, 2017, is a collaborative venture between the IMF, the member countries, and development partners. The center's strategic goal is to help its member countries strengthen their institutional and human capacity to design and implement macroeconomic and financial policies that promote growth and reduce poverty. The basic module at 101 level was delivered during the 96th Foundation course. Under the module, the trainees were educated about basic components of macroeconomics and taught what concepts and tools could be deployed to assess the macroeconomic situation of the country. The next graded level at 201 was delivered in IS Professional Course Phase 1 during 25th to 29th April 2022 at the Academy. This was a certified, high-quality macroeconomics training module where the trainees were tested to international standards. This module had been specifically curated by SARTTAC IMF with highly interactive India-specific case studies and workshops. There were about 20 lectures in total, including workshops, where participants were taught practical exercises for a better understanding of the theoretical concepts covered. The said module was delivered by the IMF team comprising of Mr. Martin Schindler, Deputy Division Chief in the IMF's Institute for Capacity Development, Washington, D.C., Mr. Arunish Chawla, IAS and Senior Economist in the IMF's Institute for Capacity Development, Washington, D.C., Mr. Bhaswar Mukhopadhyay, Deputy Director at SARTTAC IMF, and Dr. Sangeeta Mishra, Director in the Monetary Policy Department of the RBI.
It's been a great pleasure helping to deliver this market economics course to the IAS Phase 1. The group of IAS officials is an impressive group of young professionals and leaves us optimistic for the future of the Indian Administrative Service.
Friends, it's fun to be back at the Academy. For me, it's a moment of great nostalgia to be back on the alleys of the National Academy of Administration in Missouri. As much as I remember my old days, I know how much the age, the service, and the Academy has grown, and it's become better by the day. All India service, particularly the IAS, is the bedrock of administration in the country. It is an institution we need to preserve. I fondly remember the words of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in the Constituent Assembly when he said, "We will not have a united India if we do not have an independent civil service free to speak its mind."
It's such a wonderful pleasure for us to be back over here in Missouri at the Academy to offer this training to the Phase 1, during the Phase 1 training of IS officers. We were here for the foundation course in February, and that was an experience in itself with all the young civil service probationers. But to be back here again and to teach the course in more detail and interact with these bright young officer trainees is a real pleasure.
My name is Aparna, and I'm an officer trainee here at the IAS professional course at Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. I'm here to talk about the recently concluded economics module by IMF SARTTAC. Having been a student of economics, I have noticed a couple of distinct things about this course. Usually in economics as a discipline, we can have either subjects that are heavy on the theoretical end, subjects like game theory or political economy, or you can have subjects which are leaning more towards the econometrics, the empirics end. But it's very rare that you have a module where both these elements come together beautifully. And I would say that the course by IMF has successfully been able to do that.
I am Kunal Yadav, an officer trainee of IAS batch 2021 here at Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. Over the past 4 to 5 days, we just covered an economics module where we learnt about macroeconomic concepts ranging from GDP, inflation, macroeconomic stability, fiscal balances, debt sustainability. These concepts as an individual, as a consumer and moreover as an administrator would help us in different capacities we would be donning throughout our career. The concepts of how the economy works and how as a common citizen we need to be abreast of the market phenomena and dynamics that play along with us and how we can beat them to achieve the desirable outcome is very important for us. The faculty made a very prudent effort at making us explaining to us the difficult concepts in a lucid and easy manner where we can grasp the realities and relate to it on a day-to-day basis.
I am Vishwajit Chaudhary, officer trainee of 2021 IAS batch here at LBSNAA. I want to say that the economics module that has culminated today itself is a great opportunity that we have got, being interacting with the global faculty of IMF, along with that being exposed to the essential macroeconomic concepts required in today's time, as economics is the same side of development, because without economics you cannot develop. So the understanding of economics was crucial and important. That has been precisely provided by the course and the academy. I am thankful to the academy that this course has been curated at this opportune time when we are seeing many of the fiscal imbalances or balance of payment imbalances, as in Sri Lanka and our neighborhood also, and in other countries also. As our country is dependent upon the import, and we need to actually have that fiscal deficit problem being curated along with without overheating the economy.
Hi, I am Dhiman Chakma, an officer trainee of Indian Administrative Service of Phase 1 2021 batch. I got acquainted to the various complex concepts of macroeconomics like monetary policy, fiscal policy, public debt and the external sector, and the complex interlinkages from this IMF SARTTAC module. I understood that why there exist various economic disparities between various countries and how institutions can help, institutional reform can help actually the developing countries converge with the advanced economies.
At this instance, I must express again my deepest gratitude to the SARTTAC team, Dr. Mukhopadhyay, Mr. Schindler, who has come all the way from Washington, D.C. Of course, our dear friend, Mr. Chawla, is also based in Washington, that they have not only flown down from abroad to be with us, but they have curated every element of this program, including pre-readings, videos, and built this beautiful ladder of learning, which is so very, not only very effective, but which can become a great template for everybody else. In fact, once we conclude, we will be talking about how we can expand this for others amongst our colleagues, how can we make sure that it is available for the 2020 batch and so on. But the point I'm making is I'm deeply delighted, deeply grateful to the undoubtedly enormous effort that the team has put in to make sure that absolutely obtuse concepts can be made not only relevant and current, but become a part of our everyday concurrent thinking.
And I welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony for the basic economics module.
It has indeed been a very demanding course. We had to squeeze really a lot of material that we often cover in longer courses.
We are trying to build up this cohort training, and we are really glad that we now have this arrangement with the academy where we've done the foundation course, now we've done Phase 1, hopefully we'll do a few more, and that this becomes a regular part of our engagement.
When you go and work in the secretariat in the policy making levels, both state and central level,
Macroeconomic stability rests on two pillars: internal balance and external balance.
To understand where you are in the economic cycle and to calculate the output gap, we have to first learn about potential growth.
You can actually break up, you can decompose growth. So that's the growth of, real GDP.
Morning, you've already got a brief introduction on the monetary policy frameworks, of course worldwide, not India. And then you also got a little bit food for thought, which was from Mr. Bhaswar provided you the monetary policy framework background. Mr. Arunesh gave you some food for thought on what happened during the April 8, 2022 that monetary policy of RBI.
Divide that by your revenue receipts in that time period.